Good morning. Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel and welcome to what is going to be healing with Sadhana. I want to welcome you all to this series of reading to do for your tarot card of the year for 2023. And in this particular video, I'm going to explain my process, the decks that I'm using, as well as the spread that I'm going to do. And I will be using the same spread that I've used for the past few years because it has worked so beautifully. Good morning to Trace and Mary Beth. Welcome. Opposite sides of the United States. So we have one popping in from the Pacific and one from close to the Atlantic, I believe. So welcome to you. And as you come in, please say hello. And it's lovely to know where you're from if you're new. Good morning to Tammy Ann as well, too. Okay, so I did create a little guide. However, I didn't set it up correctly. So in calculating your tarot card for the year, you need 3 pieces of, so somebody from the middle, one from each side and one from the middle. That's great. Welcome to Courtney from Ohio. Okay, welcome. You need your month of birth and you need your date of birth and 2023. So it's very simple, not rocket science at all. And there are a couple of different ways to do this. And I have I'm a couple of minds on the different methods, and I would strongly suggest that you calculate it both ways and that you, because I'm going to, in the second variation that I'm showing you on how to calculate your card is the way that I used to always calculate it. I tend to use this version myself. However, I am aware that the first variation I'm going to show you today is by far the most popular and the one that most people follow. We're going to talk a little bit about the reduction of the numbers as well too, and related cards that you might want to look at. Okay. Welcome, Dee. And yes, tea time in the UK. Lovely to have you here. As I said, you're not going to be able to see this well, but I'm going to put it up anyway just to guide my conversation. Okay. So my birthday is August 12th. And in this particular method, I take the number 8 for the month of August and the 12th, so 12 for the 12th day, and I add that to 2023. And that adds up to 2043. So you take that number and then you add the individual numbers, 2 plus 4 plus 3. And in this case, 2 plus 4 plus 3 equals 9, which is the Hermit card. In the example below, we have November 30th. And so in November 30th, we're going to add 11 to 3 to 2023, which adds up to 2064, which is a 2 plus a 6 plus a 4, which makes a 12. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward in this method. There's usually very little reductions that are necessary. And you will find this method shared in through lots of different well-seasoned tarot readers. Okay. If your number that you add up to exceeds 22, you will need to reduce it. The number 22 is the number that will be used for the Fool card. So the Fool is included in Tarot Card of the Year, and so if your number is 22, it is the Fool. And if your number is 23, you reduce 23 to a 5. If your number is 24, you reduce 24 to a 6, and your card is the Lovers. Okay, so this, I want to say, is the most popular method for calculating. And then welcome to everybody else that's coming in and sharing your card for the year. Hi, Diana. Lovely to have you here. And Michelle Lynn. Tammy Ann is Temperance this year. Great. And hello to Astrid, new face here. Welcome. At least I haven't chatted with you much. Okay. So the next variation on this is the method that I did for years in calculating, and I don't know where this filtered down into my hi, Sarah, into my, methodology, but this was through reduction. So my birthday again, August 12th, use the number 8. The number 12 is also in this method, all numbers are reduced once. 12 is reduced to a 3, and the 2023 is reduced to a 7. And adding those numbers together, you get 18. So in variation 1, I am a hermit. Variation 2, my card of the year is the moon. And you'll notice that there is a correspondence between a numerological correspondence between 9 and 18. And it is always the case that if the card is different, there is a numerological hello, Liz, welcome. There is a numerological correspondence. In the case of the example that I did, the second example, it doesn't change. So with the reduction, you still get the number 12. All right, so as I am looking at some of your cards of the year, one of the things I have put in the description box below for each of the cards are potential related readings. So when I look at D's card, that you may want to, you may want to look also at the Empress reading, which I'm not going to do tomorrow. I'm going to do a little bit later in the month because the number 21 is connected to the number 3. There may also be some interesting information in the Hanged Man reading. And then beyond that, because the World card is connected to Saturn, you also look to other readings that are connected to Saturn, and that's going to be the Wheel card. So there's different correspondences that you might like to look at. Also, if we want to, and then I don't want to confuse you with this, but sometimes corresponding readings can add another layer. There also may be um, elemental information that needs clarification. And so let's go to okay, so this is a really good example. Let's go to Astrid. This is a different confounding problem. So I always struggle with number 8. I've never was able to decide if it's strength or justice. I am numerological 8, and 2023 is an 8 year for me. Wow. So that's really profound. Okay. So when you have these double layers of energy, it's like an exclamation mark. It's kind of like eclipse energy, right? So you want to pay attention to that. So Astrid, for sure, I would read this, I would follow along with the strength reading as well as the justice reading. But what I want to say to you is in your study of the tarot, and you think of the 22 arcana cards, in the very center of the 22, when you arrange them 777, does it make more sense to you to have 8 as the central switch of the 21 cards? Or does it make 21 when we're doing 777? Or does it make more sense to have justice sitting at the middle of the 21 cards? And this, especially with the number 8 question, is an important conversation when you're thinking about the Ouroboros or the lemniscate uh, paradigm. Because when we're looking at the lemniscate and we weave the cards in and we weave the cards out, what are the two cards that sit on top of each other when we go through that? So there's a few different thoughts on this. And of course, astrologically, it makes sense that justice is 11. But as you know, originally in the Tarot de Marseille, those numbers were reversed. And then when Crowley went back to devise a new version of the Golden Dawn, he put justice at 8. So yeah, very, very complicated. Anyway, watch both readings and let me know how this shows up for you. Okay. All right. What else do I want to say about this? So today I will be doing, I'm going to start with the Hermit because if you're born on January 1st, your card is the Hermit. And so I'll be starting very shortly with the Hermit. And then I will be going uh, Hermit, Wheel, Justice, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So the last reading today will be about 3:30. If I do get behind schedule, I will carry on and do readings for all of these cards today. And then I'll be completing with the Sun today. And tomorrow I will resume at 10 a.m. Pacific with the Judgment card. I have all of this, all of the thumbnails are already up. And there are a few cards that do not fit into anyone's calculation. For example, it's impossible to have a magician as your card of the year because nothing can reduce to a 1. Um, Nor will you have a 2 or a 3 or a 4. And the only way you would be interested in these readings is by correspondence. And so perhaps, and I think I did schedule next week sometime. I will do readings for these cards as well too, because I have had requests for those in previous years. People ask Sadhana, well, why didn't you do a reading for the Empress card? Well, it's not possible to reduce to a 3, but I will do those. Okay. Um, so the spread. The spread is the same as last year. And right now, the light is still very low here. We are just transitioning into light. So the table is a little dark. I may turn on another light. We'll have to see. I am going to use the Margaret Peterson Tarot for the tarot. And in the center of the reading, I will always have the Chariot card sitting here as a significator because the Chariot is the card for 2023, being 2 plus 2 plus 3 year. And then I have divided the deck into suits. So you, in your reading, will get one card from each suit. And I have arranged the cards in my favorite order. So this is cups here and fire. And I like to look at the relationship between cups and fire being divine masculine, divine feminine energy. This is earth over here, or the suit of discs in this case. And this is a suit of feathers in this deck. Okay. And then I have chosen 4 oracle decks, and I'm gonna draw 1 oracle in correspondence to each of the suits. Now, this is a what do I wanna say? It's a lot of cards to read in 22 minutes. So when your reading comes up, if you have questions, if you want more information about any of the cards, particularly if you don't have these decks, make sure to come back and put a question down below because I will respond to that in a couple of days' time, and I will respond to everybody. So the readings will be about 22 minutes because I have to end the live stream and come back on for the next one. And these are scheduled half an hour apart, so I can get this all done in a couple of days. Okay. The Oracle decks. So I have chosen for the Suit of Cups over here, I've chosen the Canta G Oracle. And I did put links for the decks in the it's in the next video. It's going to be below in the description box of each video. So this is the one that I'm going to use for cups. And for the Suit of Fire, and you can see I've chosen decks that are all kind of in the same color scheme. I'm going to use the Enchanted Map. And this deck up here is the only indie deck that I'm using this year. This is the Tulku Oracle. I can't really see that. Tulku. And the deck down here is the Shaman's Oracle. Now, all of these decks have tremendous intuitive readers. And I'm going to allow my intuition to roll here. I encourage you to do the same. Like I said, the light's going to change throughout the day. I will turn on a lamp if necessary. So yeah, so that is the plan. Do you have any questions? Do you have any requests? I'm just going to go back. Okay. Well, you just watch both then, right, Astrid? Okay. And so it's really interesting. So Patrice, you may also want to watch the world video to see what information you glean from that. And the more, I mean, I've been studying tarot for years, but the more I study tarot, the more fascinating correspondences become. And if you study tarot with me, you know it's the web, the web of readings that is so very, very fascinating. Yeah. Okay. No questions? Everybody's crystal clear on all of this? I have a few requests, and that is if you are with me in the live stream, that I want to thank you in advance for snagging trolls. I anticipate it will be a bit of an issue because I'm going to be streaming all day. So thank you very much for that. No need to put them in timeout, just simply block them from my channel. I think you have an option to do that. Let me just go on here. I just want to double check. And also, for people who don't know what is going on, thank you for explaining to them what is going on, that I'm not doing individual readings and I'm not taking questions. Because this will happen all day long. People will be asking for readings. So thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm just going to add a few of you right now as moderators, people that I know well. So Mary Beth, Tammy Ann, Patrice, D is Ahmad, Diana. And if you if you don't know what this means, it simply means that go over to a comment and you click on the three little dots and you have a few options as to what to do. And I think there's report and put user in timeout. There's different things you can do. Okay. All right. So I want to thank you all very much for your support today. And I will see you very, very soon um, for the first reading. This is exciting. Bye for now.